Hi students, once again very good evening. Uh, Now I'm going to explain new topic, that is control and coordination. It's our second topic in our NCERT textbook. Uh, Let us start the class, students. Before going to start about control and coordination, let me give a small introduction about the living organisms. Children, every living creature shows some response or some reaction towards the external change. That is stimuli. The changes in the environment to which organism shows response and it shows reactions, that is called stimuli. Even the small living organisms such as viruses, bacteria, those also shows responses towards the stimuli. Let us see, children, even the plants. So, responding to the external atmosphere, it is one of the basic function of the living creature. About that, we are going to learn in this present topic. See, children, just I'll tell you simple action. If anything falls on the floor means I would like to pick that thing. So ball is there. I would like to pick the ball. So for this, control this action, I need to use my eyes to locate the ball. I need to use my hand to pick the ball, and first then I need to bend myself to reach the ball. So at a time, I'm doing so many actions. Okay, at a time I'm using so many parts of my body to do that work. Are you able to understand? So I'm using my eyes, I'm using my hand, and I'm using my backbone to bend the or to bend and collect the ball. So there is a coordination among all these parts. So simply action is same. It is picking up in the body from the floor. So action is same, but I'm using so many uh, organs to do that action. So there are coordination in my body. Okay, so my first of all, my brain has to instruct my eyes to locate the ball, and then my brain has to instruct my hand to pick, and again my brain has to instruct my backbone to bend and collect the object. So at a time I'm doing my body parts are going to do all these types of things. So with this, as we are multicellular organisms, we are so many cells in our body, so many organs in our body. So there should be a proper coordination among those body parts. This is nothing but control and the coordination. Let us see the definition. Working together of various integrated body systems in response to changes in the surroundings for the maintenance of body functions is known as control and the coordination. See, once again, I'm repeating the definition, very, very important. So working together of various integrated body systems and response to changes in the surroundings for maintenance of bodily functions is known as control and the coordination. Actually, now anyhow we are discussing about the human system, no? So in our case, there are two systems. They're going to take care of this part. What are those? Nervous system and endocrine system provides control and the coordination. There is a proper coordination between these two systems to do these actions. Nervous system and endocrine system. Now, let us go for the next slide. See, components of the nervous system. Let us see the components of the nervous system. Do you know which organ make up the nervous system? See, children, first, I told you, It's a combination of nervous system and the endocrine systems. First, let's talk about the nervous system, children. This nervous system is made up of three parts, children: brain, spinal cord, and the nerve cells. The other name of nerve cells is neuron. Okay, and let us first study the structure of functional unit of the nervous system, that is neuron. Studying of the structure of the neuron is very, very important, so that we can have a clear-cut idea about the how the impulse or how this electric impulse nerves in information is being transferred from one cell to other cell. Okay, now this is the structure of neuron, children. This is the structure of neuron. Okay, neuron is nothing but nerve cell. Here, this is the head part of the neuron and this is the tail part of the neuron. See, mainly our neuron is having three main parts, children: cell body, axon, and the dendrites. Cell body, axon, and the dendrites. Now let us see the parts of the nerve, our nervous system. Human nervous system divide into central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. So let me explain about this parts, children. So this part is called cell body. The head portion of the neuron is called cell body. This cell body consists of the nucleus, children. So in this nucleus only genetic material, everything is present. And a long extension of this is axon. Okay. And so there's a single extension of the cell body which is so long, that is axon, and this is the nerve ending part. And we can see the fiber like small short extensions from the cell body. These are dendrites. Okay, cell body, dendrites, axon. These are three main parts of the neuron or nerve cell. Let us see the different parts of the nervous system. CNS and the PNS. CNS abbreviated as central nervous system, whereas PNS peripheral nervous system, children. CNS consists of brain and the spinal cord, whereas PNS consists of nerves and other body parts. Okay, once again, please clear this, listen this carefully, children. CNS, central nervous system. It consists of brain and the spinal cord. These two plays very, very, very important role in the collecting the data or sending data. Okay, brain and the spinal cord. PNS, peripheral nervous system. So here nerves that connects the CNS to the different parts of the body. So here we have to talk about the nerves, nerve cells, and the different body parts. Let us see. Brain, spinal cord, nerves are important parts of the nervous system. See, children, this is the whole human body. And here in the head region, we are having the brain. So it is connected with the spinal cord. So this is the spinal cord. We can say it is enclosed in the vertebral column, as these two are very sensitive parts, right? Okay, brain and spinal cord. These two are so sensitive and the vital parts of the body, right? So they were well protected with the cranium in the brain, whereas this brain is well protected with the in the cranium, whereas this one is protected with the vertebral column. Okay, so in this way, nerves are being distributed in our human body. Okay, peripheral nervous system, ganglions, nerves, all these different parts of nervous system. Now, children, see, a number of nerve cell bodies typically linked by synapses and often forming swelling on a nerve. See, children, this is the ganglion. Okay, see, there is a intermediate point is there between the neuron to neuron. That particular point is called synapses. I'll tell you about that. You know, children, neurons are the structure and functional fragments of the nervous system. The reason is that in our body, human body, we have some crores of nerve cells. So these nerve cells, they're going to transmit the information, nerve impulse from one part of the body to other part of the body. Okay. And I told you, know, there are two systems like endocrine system and the nervous system. So why we should require the help of the endocrine system means, again, see, every part of the body cannot it may not touch with the nerves directly. So for this but for this to occur very clearly, we are taking the help of other system, that is endocrine system. Are you able to follow me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see the structure of neuron. Very important one, this one. You'll get this question in the board exam also. Very important. Structure of neuron. So I said, no, there are three main parts. This is the cell body, axon, and the dendrite. Okay, axon conducts messages away from the cell body, whereas dendrites receives information from the next cell and conducts it towards the cell body. The cell body contains the nucleus, mitochondria, and other organelles. It is mainly concerned with the maintenance and the growth of the cell. See, children, once again, I would like to give a clear-cut information about the individual parts of the neuron. Let us see, children. First, cell body. See, the head-like part is head-like portion is there. No, this is known as cell body. Okay, and this cell body is other name is also there, children. Cyton, CYTON. It is not mentioned here. Please make a note of it. Cyton or cell body. CYTON. Cyton or cell body. This cell body is having the nucleus and some other organelles like mitochondria, etc. Okay, you know, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So this mitochondria provides energy to the entire cell. And here the genetic material is present. So as let us this particular cell body is the center of this cell body is going to give directions to the entire cell to do the metabolic activities. And now let us talk about the next part of cell body, that is axon. The long extension of the cell body is called axon. Children, this axon is going to carry impulse away from the cell body, means from here to here. So it is going to carry the information away from the cell body. Axon is going to carry the nerve information away from the cell body, children. Next, third part, dendrites. These are the short extensions of the cell body. As they are very short in size, so many branches are there. So these dendrites, they are going to collect or they're going to connect the two neurons. Actually, from here only it is having the connection with the other neuron. So these dendrites collect the information from other neuron, and the collected information is going to give to the cell body. So children, this dendrite collects the information and is giving to the cell body. From the cell body, information is being carried to the axon. Okay, so in axon, information is being carried away from the cell body. Then it is reaching to the nerve endings. So from this, again, information is being carried to the next neuron cell. I told you, no, there are so many cells, neurons in our body. It's a matter of some crores of cells in our body. So every cell has to, they should have the physical connection with the other neuron. Then only we can see the transfer of information or transmission of nerve impulse from one neuron to other neuron. I hope you are following me. Hemant, is everything is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see the arrangement of neuron. Okay, so neurons are arranged end to end, forming a chain. This helps in the continuous transmission of impulse. So there is a chain, okay, formed by the different neurons. So which facilitates the transfer of nerve impulse from one cell to other cell. Each neuron receives an impulse through its dendrite and transmits its impulse to the next neuron through the axon. See children, please clear this, hear this point very clearly. Each neuron receives the information from dendrite. Okay, again, so this information is transmitted to through the axon to the next one. Neurons are not connected. Okay, so there's a, and one more important point, these neurons are not physically connected each other. Okay, there is a gap is there in between the two, one neuron to other neuron. That gap is called, children, synapse. Or a small gap occurs between the axon of one neuron to the dendrite of the next neuron. Axon of one neuron to the dendrite of other neuron. A synapse in the muscle fiber is called, is also known as neuromuscular junction. This synapse is nothing but the neuromuscular junction. So this junction is present in between the two neurons. In between, I mean to say, axon of one neuron to the dendrite of other neuron. Axon of first neuron to the dendrite of other neuron. So this is the neuromuscular junction, or we can also call it as synapse. Let us discuss the working of synapse in detail. See, types of, there are so many neurons are there, children. Okay, so sensory neurons, motor and relaying neurons. Sensory, motor and the relaying neurons. Okay, let us study sensory neurons. So this is the sensory neuron, children. Okay, here connects within the nervous system responsible for converting external stimuli from organism environment into the internal electrical impulse. This is the sensory neuron. Motor. So these are nerve cells forming part of pathway along with impulse pass from brain or spinal cord to the muscle. So here impulse are being transferred or passed from brain or spinal cord to the muscle or gland cells. For example, here I want to lift any object from the floor. So I'm using my muscle and I'm using my limbs to collect that particular object from the floor. So here I'm using my motor nerves to do that particular action. Okay, relaying neurons carry messages from one part of the neuron to the other part of the neuron. So they are going to make up the central nervous system, CNS. See children, let us have a look on central nervous system. The central nervous system controls most functions of the body and the mind. It consists of two parts, brain and the spinal cord. See children, this is the brain. It continues with the spinal cord. The brain is the center of our thoughts, our interpreters of our external environment, and origin of control over the body. See children, brain plays crucial or important role in the conducting or receiving the information in the nervous system. How does a nerve impulse travel? So let us study about the impulse. Okay, dendrite end of neuron collects the information and triggers a chemical reaction which results in the electric impulse. Here you know about the neuron structure. Dendrite of one neuron collects the information and triggers the chemical reaction. This results in the electric impulse. This impulse is transmitted from dendrite to the cell body and then to the axon. So I told you, no. So impulse is being carried from one neuron to other neuron. So how dendrite of first neuron to the axon of the other neuron. Just see the way. Impulse is transmitted from dendrite to the cell body, then to the axon. Within the neuron, I'm telling. Dendrite to the cell body, from cell body to the axon. Again, this axon is from this axon having connection with the synapse. Synapse again connection with the next neuron. Understand? Okay. So from the axon, impulse travels to its end where electric impulse sets off the release of some more chemicals. The chemicals cross the synapse and start a similar electric impulse in the dendrite of next neuron. So in this way, impulses are being transmitted from one neuron to other neuron. So there should be association of the chemicals. Neurotransmitters we can call neurotransmitters. So this is about the nervous system, children. I hope you understood the lesson. So now, children, I'm going to explain about the endocrine system. Actually, about to close session. So this endocrine and about endocrine system glands will talk in the next session. Why, madam? Why we have the proper brain, spinal cord, nerves, and everything? No, what is the help of again endocrine system? I'll clear you. I'll give you a clarity. See, children. See, every tissue should have the connection with the nerve cells. So there are some internal parts, children. They may not have the physical contact with the neurons. So to fill that gap, here we are, as you know, we are the highly organized, well-developed bodies, multicellular bodies, right? So that is the reason we ourselves developed a extra helping system, that is endocrine system. So endocrine means, so here we should talk about the hormones. These are the chemicals secreted by some glands which are present in our body. Actually, children, there are two types of glands in our body: endocrine and the exocrine glands. Okay, so you know, these endocrine glands secrete their secretions directly into the bloodstream. They're not having ducts to hold the secretions temporarily. So directly they secrete the secretions into the bloodstream. Whereas exocrine means they're having the ducts like liver. Okay, see, pancreas is the mixed gland. So these salivary glands is the one of the example of exocrine gland. So they're having some ducts. So for example, glands, they secrete secretions into a small part known as ducts. In that ducts, temporarily that secretions are going to store for a while. But in the case of endocrine system, it's not like that. Directly, all the secretions of the endocrine gland, they'll be reaching to the bloodstream. Okay, this is about the introduction of the endocrine gland. So I'm going to continue the session for next class. So if you have any doubt with this, please let me clear. Please clear. Tell me so that I can clarify your doubts. Shraddha, Hemant, Abhinav, Nihita, any doubts till
No,
now?
ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am, no doubts.
Okay, everything is clear.
No doubt.
No doubts, ma'am.
No doubts.
Clear.
And as I want to give small homework, everybody practice neuron diagram. Okay, minimum 2 times. Very important.
Okay.
What?
Neuron diagram, and this question will get for the board examinations. Very important. Okay, so actually, students, let us take the whole syllabus. 50% of the questions we can expect from the first 2 lessons, like from life process and the control and the coordination. Okay, main essay answers you can get from these 2 chapters. So you should be well aware of the diagram based questions. Okay. Okay, students, I'm going to close my session. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, have a nice day.